we're cooking with ravioli, you'd usually boil it, right? Well, today we're doing something a little bit different. Adam, what are we doing?
Yeah, Justine, look, something way left of centre. We're going to actually crumb it and deep fry the ravioli. So it could be served as like a little mezze, little tapas, a little starter, or as an entree or main. So I'm going to show you two different ways to serve this dish.
Okay, so no boiling at all.
No boiling, just frying.
Okay, well, we trust you, so let's get started.
We're using the fresh ravioli.
Yep.
Now, I need you to crumb these for me.
Okay, so I'll start a little production line.
Definitely. Crumbing, so flour, your egg wash, so you're consisting of milk and egg. Obviously whisking that together.
2 eggs for this?
2 eggs, at least maybe a cup of milk. And with your breadcrumbs, look, if you can get hold of fresh, if you can get your dried, you know, your packet stuff, that's fine as well. No problems there. All I like to add to it is maybe some cheese. So some Parmesan and Pecorino we're going to add to our breadcrumbs just to flavour a bit more, and it gives a nice golden colour when we fry them off.
A bit of milk.
Yeah.
In it goes.
Right.
Break those eggs up. So what's the ravioli filled with here?
These ones are filled with beef. So if you wanted to, you could buy the vegetarian, filled maybe with spinach and ricotta. But I like the beef. It is something very different. And we're going to make a sauce with it, yeah? We're going to make a peperoncino sauce. So that means
yum.
like a little bit hot and fiery dried peppers, so your chilies. Beautiful. So we'll get to that after.
So just a little bit of Parmesan, this one is.
Yes.
So Pecorino.
I'm just going to mix this through.
Yep, I'll just grate that straight in there. Yum. All right.
Yeah, so, you know, you wouldn't probably think of frying ravioli. You
No.
know, last thing you'd be thinking of.
Where'd you get this idea from? So, I mean, you've done some pretty cool pastas, but this one's probably the most unusual that you've done on the show so far.
Yeah, it's just something different. You know, you eat so many different things, like, you know, empanadas, you know, you eat them all the time and you think, well, this is similar.
Well, yeah, exactly. Why not? It's a dough, so,
Yeah.
you know, it would make sense. I have actually seen this on a menu at a restaurant. I didn't take it, so I am looking forward to trying these.
Okay.
So just a classic crumbing here. We've placed that in,
Yep.
flour, into the egg and straight into those delicious crumbs that we've coated with a little bit of cheese.
Yeah, and look, just give them a good patting, you know, just give them a good tap so that makes sure.
And I guess if you wanted to, you could double crumb this.
Yeah, definitely, if you wanted to, you know, and this type of thing you'd like to do maybe half an hour before you start frying them, because you want to make sure that it's all coated well and they're stuck on, and when you put anything into the fridge, it will just, you know, cling on that a little bit better. Now, sauce, peperoncino, so cherry tomatoes, roasted capsicums. Now, these ones here, straight out of a jar, nothing wrong with that, okay? It's all about time saving, so they're a good product. Got some dried basil, oregano, chili flakes, and some red wine vinegar. Now, the red wine vinegar works as the acid component because you've got that heat, this chili coming through. And I always talk about the different components when I'm cooking, but works well. And parsley helps just cleanse the palate. And this is going to be all blitzed up, so I'm just going to chuck that in. Some olive oil. It's a real rough sauce, like, you know, really quick and easy.
I guess that's what you're always thinking about when you're thinking of pasta dishes, the balancing of everything.
All right, I'm teaching you well, aren't I?
You
We're learning well
are.
here, it's good.
You are indeed.
Would be nice with this, would be a nice fresh basil pesto.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a beautiful colour, green, and that would be nice and refreshing. But the peperoncino is something I did see overseas, you know, dried chilies.
Yep.
And I just thought this would work well.
I mean, you were there recently, so, I mean, you just never stop learning.
No.
Because Adam does so much pasta, I keep thinking, there's no way he's going to come up with some more pasta recipes, and yet you do again. And having a little bit of time in Italy would have just sort of refreshed
It did.
the palate.
Oh, yeah, it just helped me. It just reinvigorates yourself and you think, oh, all those little things you forget and it comes back to, and all the new things that I learned.
Yeah, definitely.
So you can go to dry herbs. Chili, so a good amount, good couple of pinches here, and the dry chili works well. In with our red wine vinegar.
So that's not that much red wine vinegar, it's just a splash in there, isn't it?
Yeah, about a tablespoon or two. Now some salt. In goes the parsley from the start. A little bit of stalk as well, nothing wrong there. Just sweat that off for a couple minutes. Then we're going to place it into a food processor and just blend it down to its nice, smooth paste.
Beautiful. All right, well, I've got a lot of raviolis to get through. So maybe you can give me a hand and we can bring it all together and start frying them.
Fine.
pasta has come out. It's crispy and crunchy, looking fantastic.
I told you.
Yeah.
Just the basils. Take a step back, Justine. We're just going to drop that in there. It's a little bit of a mess maker, that one.
We're back.
We're back.
It's just got a little bit of moisture in it, so whenever you're frying parsley or anything like that, it will spit, so always stand back. And this is just a lovely little garnish to go with it.
It is, and it's just texture, colour, and it's all about the dish, putting it together. Justine, can you put some of that sauce into there for me? The pepperoncino sauce.
Sure.
That pepperoncino sauce looks really good. Capsicum, tomato, the chilli, that touch of vinegar.
Yum, it smells fantastic. Look at that.
Put a few basil leaves on if you want. We've got a few there, a little bit of salt.
Look at the basil, look at that. Cute.
It's good.
So that's one option, and you're going to show us another option to plate up.
Yeah, just a little bit more fancy. Put a few of these down.
Look at that.
Just, you know.
So just by doing this pasta a completely different way, you can see how versatile it is. I mean, look how beautiful that looks on the plate. Or you can do it as a canapé. Two different options.
Two different ways, and who would have thought to crumb and fry the pasta?
Some crazy, crazy Italian.
Yeah. There we go.
You're such a chef, aren't you? It looks beautiful. Let's have a taste.
All right. Watch out, it might be hot inside.
Yeah. And it comes back to what we were talking about at the beginning. You've got a crispy, it's a dough, okay?
Yeah.
You've got that beautiful beef inside, and then the piquancy of that sauce just matches perfectly. And this is my favourite, I love it.
You love the basil.
Crispy basil.